This is a bonus episode from my conversation with Russ Vergara, wherein he turns the table on me and starts asking me questions. He asked me about how we do things in Antidote, why we shifted to creating and managing our own brands, my thoughts on how branding studios can continue innovating, and many, many more. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Here we go. You're listening to Kendrick Loves to Brand, the branding podcast featuring stories and lessons from entrepreneurs and brand builders, so you can get inspiration, insights, strategies, and tactics as you create your own game-changing brand. I guess may pros and cons din. Yung sakit ng ulo lang of, syempre parang lahat ikaw di ba? Tapos like yung what we're realizing kasi before, syempre nung pag may clients ka, di ba, gawa kang idea, bahala na yung kliyente sa pag-market, distribution, yung sales niya, lahat, problema na niya yan. Basta lang maganda yung concept na ginawa ko. Parang ganyan. Ngayon parang for a while, yung early years namin, medyo parang na-stuck kami sa ganun na okay lang yan, our brands will sell itself.
Yeah.
Parang ngayon, syempre, over the past ilang years, we realize, syempre, you really have to support it. Diba? Kailangan mo pa rin,
may back end.
kailangan mo i-push pa rin na hindi lang enough na may admin ako na taga-collect. Or, parang kailangan din yung marketing na rin. Kailangan mo rin mag-push ng sales.
Yeah. As in, yung legit sales na talaga na hardcore na.
Hardcore talaga na sales lang yung araw-araw iniisip niya. Hindi, wala siyang pakialam sa creatives mo or social media. Basta sales. Yun yung parang na-realize namin. Kailangan namin i-build up yung ganung part ng business. Kasi kung hindi, puro creative lang. Kaya gawa kami ng brand. Tapos, sinong bebenta?
Oo nga.
Ako pa rin.
Parang designer mindset kasi, di ba?
So, parang na-realize namin, actually, yun yung, kaya nag-post kami na tama na muna.
Oo nga.
Kasi masaya gumawa di ba? Walang bagong brands. Parang kung pwede nga, every month, may bagong brand tayong lalabas. Which is, parang yun na yung easy part kasi nga, nanggaling ka sa ganong branding di ba? Like, I'm sure kayo, parang,
pero
kung gusto mo gumawa ng brand every month, kaya. Every week nga, kayang-kaya, pero after, manage to sustain.
Pero lahat ba yun, yung intention is to manage all of those brands? Or eventually, create and sell?
Parang ganun. Parang we want to be able to sell din siguro. Kaya pag may ma-create kaming brand na would make sense to be part of a portfolio ng ibang company, then okay lang sa amin. Kasi if it will allow us to create yung next
other,
parang ganun.
Yeah. Yun yung hindi rin na masyado actually naiisip ng ibang designers, design studios kasi parang okay, we just look at the visual part of it. Pero there's so much sa operations, sa people, yung management ng HR, yung distribution alone di ba?
Correct.
So napansin ko rin yun, na-meet namin yung isang friend namin kahapon. Nasa swimwear, naman sila, parang apparel yung ginagawa nila. Parang napansin ko, parang ang dami ang ingay minsan ng mga tao, pero hindi nila nakikita yung business model, yung revenue model nila. Parang if you're retail, dalawa lang naman yung retail. It's either you price it premium, tapos kahit maliit lang, or parang sobrang mass distribution. Tapos parang most of the time yung mga magagandang design and yung parang smaller sila diba? So natatalo talaga sila ng mga bigger brands. Correct. Parang sila mom and pop type na na business.
Na wala kang volume, yung margin mo rin is not there.
Pero sobrang ganda ng quality pero wala namang volume. So yun nagiging challenge. Pero yun nga ang mga nagiging mindset minsan natin, parang yun nga, yung pag-create lang hindi yung sa distribution and yung business model and yung revenue, paano makikita about it.
Paano magiging sustainable yung brand, diba? Kasi yung, even like when we were starting before, parang we wanted to make sure din sana na yung gagawin mong brand, diba? I'm sure tayo, pag yung ginawa nating brand, gusto natin, tatagal, diba? Hindi yung parang masabi mo, yung parang after ilang years, irrelevant na ilagay sa portfolio mo kasi wala na sa market.
So anong masasabi mo sa mga design studios na nag-claim na we build brands?
I guess it's more of
nagbe-make sense ba? Tama ba yung claim na we build brands or we design for brands? We design logos
I think
for brands.
mas accurate yung we. I think the intention is there, di ba? Na syempre, we feel like, di ba? Parang, or at least I think in general lahat naman ng design studios, the intention is there na panag-design tayo, yung thinking natin is this will help the brand long term. Siguro masasabi ko on our end, yung what we've gained through these past ilang years nga na kasi basically parang 7 out of the 11 years ng Antidote we're managing our own brands.
Wow.
So parang I think yung perspective that we've gained is more of if we ever work with clients again or if we take on projects like that again na we're gonna create a brand. I think iba yung insights na dala namin ngayon.
Sobra,
because alam na rin namin yung
operations
kung
side
ganito
of
yung
it,
gusto mong gawin, kailangan mo isipin na rin itong part na to, na it's not just about ganito. Kasi,
pero would you charge the same way again? Kasi, meron din ako isang friend na, gusto niya i-handle the whole thing naman, like from end to end, from start to finish. Pero, iniisip ko, okay, may mahal din to work with an agency, di ba? So parang naisip ko from a point of view ng isang company, hindi siya sustainable if like every little thing na ginagawa mo sa company mo, you work with an agency. Not unless you're as big as mga real estate companies
correct.
na earning billions in one property, di ba?
You mean parang in-approach ka niya to do that? Or
no, I mean,
he wants to start a company doing that.
Would you charge the same way pa rin knowing that itong knowledge mo na parang, okay, same pa rin ba? Kasi usually, di ba parang, okay, we charge a certain amount for a certain period of time, whether it's project-based or on a retainer basis. Pero sobrang daming aspect. Let's say, for example, restaurant, di ba? Yung pinaka-initial is designing everything, logo, uniform, packaging, interiors, di ba? Tapos after nun, the marketing part of it, social media, kung mag-i-event sila. So yun, di ba? So, if you charge the same way, hindi na yun magiging parang sustainable for
hindi fair for the studio.
Well, both parties. Kasi I think, sa studio part, if you do a lot of work, then may man hours yun. Pero for the client rin, for the customers, hindi rin fair. Kasi masyadong mahal naman para sa kanya. Mabigat, para sa kanila.
Actually, ang ano ko doon would be, yung time nung sa Antidote before, kaya we work on a retainer basis. Kasi our thinking was, parang it's almost like in-outsource ng client sa amin, di ba? Yung lahat ng marketing mo, design, and all that. Until such time na kaya na nilang mag-build ng internal team nila. Then we can pull out.
Okay.
Ang nakikita ko namang parang I think where hindi namin mahanap yung alignment before with the clients was from the very start actually, yung model that I wanted to implement was retainer na parang like parang mura siya for the client and enough for us to sustain our operations lang. But at the same time, kailangan may kaduktong na royalty.
Okay, gets.
But
revenue share.
Hindi ko alam kung ngayon mas may open na ganun, may mga open na sa ganung arrangement. Pero at that time 2008.
Wala.
Parang yung my first client nga, I was telling Dan about this. Nasa contract ko yun may royalty. Yung client, harap-harapan, crossed out that part, signed it, then naka-smile, inabot sa akin. Shake hands. Ako parang parang inex yung part na yun yung pinakahabol ko kasi alam ko na I'm not just gonna make your logo naman I'm gonna treat this as my own business as it is. And that's how I really operated naman before with my clients na I don't just say, hanggang dito lang yung work namin. If they tell us ito yung problema kasi sa business namin, I try to really help them think about it from a strategic point of view na hindi lang design, hindi lang logo, hindi lang packaging. Even yung concept nung like some of our clients will tell us, I want to make kasi parang ganito Parang naintindihan ko yung gusto mong marating, what you're trying to achieve, pero parang may kulang doon sa...
So, after ng 4th year, saka ka nag-decide na ano?
Actually, when we did that, parang more of to show the clients na etong model na sinasabi ko can work, na we can create something na doesn't exist in other countries yet, then we can export it. Kasi parang gusto nila, yung most of the clients we work with before, hindi naman lahat, pero like yung most of them, yung thinking is, why bother with that when we can just target yung mas masa dito, parang take a concept from other countries, gayahin natin dito, parang ganun. So parang, we wanted to use yung Lago na beach blanket para to show them
yung first brand
na ito beach blanket lang, sobrang niche, diba, na diba, parang beach blanket na we can create something na kakaiba.
Gaano katagal yung R&D nun?
Siguro, mga rin. Nag-start kami dun mga 2011, R&D, trial and error ng fabric, ng design, ganyan. Tapos, nung okay na, nilaunch lang namin nung January. Tapos, ang plano ko nga was after 6 months, I'll get the results, yung magkano, ganyan, and show it to clients and say, ngayon kaya,
so you
should really follow yung recommendation namin kasi we can really create something for you na parang ganito. Pero after nung first ilang months, napaisip ako na actually, pag ganyan, kasi first 3 months namin, we were able to get a few stores here. But, what was key for us was, nag-bazaar kasi kami first nung January, Feb, March, parang dire-diretso nag-bazaar kami sa NBC 10 pa nun dati. May mga foreigners agad na, "Oy, wow, I like this." Ganun, parang this can work in ganitong this can work in Singapore, this can work in Mexico. So parang napaisip kami din na actually kung ganyan,
pwedeng i-export
baka instead
better
of
na ikaw na mag-start.
What if baka this is a sign, 'di ba, na for
so
something like this.
Yung original intention, para siyang prototype for clients na, if we do this, ito yung pwedeng mangyari. Okay.
Pero nangyari, actually,
nag-work.
Ganito, baka it's a sign, di ba, na we should try to take this as far as we can muna. So yun, nung buong year na yun, actually
nag-shift.
Parang we only sold, nalala ko pa, exact number. First year, we sold 1,521 pieces.
Wow, okay.
As in, na parang if you look at it, nakakatawa, parang yun na yun. You're gonna remove all your clients for ganyan, di ba? Pero sabi ko, parang I think may may
opportunity.
I think may opportunity to. That same year na rin, 2012 yan, that same year na rin, yung kami ng wife ko, we were already talking about, kasi parang gusto niya mag-create ng all-day breakfast. So parang somehow that year parang napapaisip kami na baka this is really the way to go. Parang let's just try it na lang muna. Parang worst comes to worst, if it fails, and then we can just go back to working for clients.
Yeah.
Parang ganun. So early 2013 naman, we opened Early Bird. Tapos we started telling our clients na we'll cut short na lang. Parang we'll finish na lang our contracts. Tapos hindi na kami mag-renew. Parang if you need referrals to other design studios, we can refer you. Parang ganun. So yun, parang dun, parang dire-diretso na.
Pero ngayon, di ba, parang kapag may brand ka nga na gano'n, di ba, parang you won't, I think you won't charge the same way. Kasi for example, if you were charging parang previously ganito yung charge mo, tapos ikaw na yung client.
Yeah.
Would you spend how much yung kung ano yung sinispend mo, yung sinacharge mo with the clients?
I think yung would be, kasi if you're starting out, unless you're like a big conglomerate na you're starting a new product lang, may budget ka.
Yeah.
Pero most of the time, you're dealing with entrepreneurs. You're trying to maximize your resources. So you can't really naman invest too much.
Yeah.
Even if I think the challenge is even if they see the value, I am willing to spend. So I think where that can work for design studios like us would be, treat us as like...
Pero have you worked with other design studios?
Kami mismo. Actually, hindi pa.
So, everything in-house. Kasi you have a background.
Although, parang it's something we're thinking of na, parang... Eventually, kung hindi, like, pag lumaki talaga yung requirements ng team, or even siguro for certain projects, para hindi lang maging stale na... Kasi syempre ngayon, our creatives team, para na rin silang brand managers nung...
Ilan sila?
Actually, we're four yung creatives namin. So, design, multimedia, illustrations, halo na siya. Tapos, parang siguro, eventually, we'll have to do projects with other design studios kasi para lang may cross-pollination ideas. Na hindi lang puro yung naisip lang namin. Kasi even kami ni Ellen, parang sometimes yun yung lagi namin sinasabi sa team or sometimes kaya we want to talk to people outside. Kasi, if we're managing this brand, parang, syempre, as much as possible, even if it keep trying to come up with new ideas, sometimes, naubusan ka na rin. Kasi you're deep into the operations ng brand eh. So, minsan magandang may outside perspective that can see it na fresh eyes.
So parang open ka rin ba ngayon sa sa idea nung yung katulad ng original na gusto mo gawin na let's say working with other designers or actually any collaborator tapos either revenue share or
pwede. Actually, yun, ganun gusto nga namin. Like, kaya let's say for Lagu, for the past, since last year hanggang ngayon, we've been launching mga printed na collections. So, syempre, parang minsan, namin, maganda rin siguro to collaborate with other designers to come up with collections. Tapos, syempre, yung sales ng collections na yun, di hati tayo. Parang ganun, di ba? Para at least, baka din nagkakaroon ng bagong look, I guess. Kahit kasi as much as we try to vary the look, syempre parang in some ways, alam mong galing sa team namin eh. So, siguro magandang for somebody to come in and parang, wow, hindi namin naisip, pwede palang ganitong look or ganitong type of collections, diba? Parang ganyan.
So, 8 brands, no? 8 brands. Ano yung mga 8 na
yun? So, we have Lagu, we have Early Bird, A-Game, yung sports recovery sprays, yung breastfeeding apparel line ng wife ko, Bob and Weave. We have Tales of Tom Tom, children's na board book about Manila, Bohol, Davao, ganyan. Tapos we have, yung sa brother ko naman, Spud Buds, yung mga potato chips, chocolate covered potato chips. Tapos meron siyang bagong nilaunch this last year lang na tawag Jungle Joy. So mga naman, banana na snacks.
May mga na-kill na kayo na brands?
Na sarili namin, wala pa naman.
Talaga? Ever since you started? Lahat sila buhay pa?
Parang...
Galing
somehow buhay pa.
Galing
yun nga yung challenge eh. Like, kasi for example, last year, yung isang brand na sobrang like passion project ko because of parang sa hair, di ba? Hair product, yung Samson Hates Delilah. Nung nilaunch, parang okay naman yung initial na feedback ng mga tao. Tapos, nung I was actively doing the business development for it, I was able to close parang mga barbershops here. Tapos, syempre, after that, wala na ibang magpa-follow through. I got busy na with A-Game last year kasi we had a big campaign last year. Tapos we had a partnership with Toby's na nilaunch end of the year. So parang sobrang busy with A-Game. Syempre, with Early Bird and Lago din. So parang kumulang yung follow-through.
Yeah, so paano mamamanage ngayon yan? Kasi medyo magkakaibang categories.
Yeah, I think yun din yung nagiging challenge since parang we're not looking at it parang yung mga sinasabi ng mga vertical integration like na ito lang, yari lahat pang beach lang. Parang beach, biglang food, sports, breastfeeding,
tas under one corporation ba sila or separate
under one. Well, Early Bird is separate pero pretty much
majority
So I think yun nga kaya we're more focused now on building a sales team talaga to be able to support these brands and kung gusto mo manganak pa ng bagong brands, alam mong may team na mag-aalaga nung sales, di ba? Kasi kung hindi, puro creatives lang. I mean, it's easy to make nice graphics, lagay mo sa social media, mukhang, ang ganda. Pero at the end of the day, syempre, kailangan may benta di ba? Parang, I think yun din yung minsan pag creatives, pag sa ating mga creatives, diba, parang minsan parang pagandahan lang, pero para ma-sustain, kailangan mo talaga make sure na may benta. So yun yung, I guess, nagiging challenge.
Paano mo na-balance yun? So for example, meron kang, talaga, may on-ground effort yung mga
yung iba kasing brands, we work retail, so parang kailangan mo lang suportahan, I guess. Pero yung iba namang brands,
parang hindi rin siya sales tool din yung Facebook and Instagram. Ano nagiging role niya? Kasi 'di ba minsan nga 'di ba we do a lot of those communications, 'di ba? Tapos parang ang nangyayari, you want something na authentic yung message, yung visuals. Pero authentic and maganda nga pero hindi nga nagko-convert, 'di ba? So anong sa tingin mo yung okay na balance between, ang ganda ng visual, pero at the same time,
parang may direct na
conversion,
sales
conversion.
I think yung ngayon sa social media, at least in our case, for the brands that we're handling, I think it's primarily pa rin awareness building. Kasi
yung purpose talaga
kasi
ng
like let's say for a game, parang a lot of it is still yung most of our customers, kung first time nila ma-encounter yung brand, they'd still prefer to see it in a store. So nakikita namin when we create content tapos we boost it, yung mga initial na, let's say out of all the interactions you get or the impressions you get, maliit lang yung percentage na bibili agad because they probably understood it agad. They're willing to take the risk, quote-unquote risk na sige, kahit di ko pa na-try yan, bili na ako. Order na ako online. Pero most of the inquiries we still get would be, saan kayo available? Where can I see the actual product? Where can I test it? So nagiging ganun yung na we'll tell them, we're available exclusively in Toby's. So ngayon si Toby's mag-feedback sa amin na may pumunta dito, sir.
Cool, okay.
Para i-try.
Paano niyo na-measure yun? Na-measure niyo ba yun? Like,
hindi namin actually ma-measure ng sobrang direct na because of itong campaign online or ganitong post, bumili.
Yung parang overall sales lang talaga yung inaano niya.
Yung mga ibang direct, like when we do a boost, we'll get orders online. So alam namin, okay, may mga tinamaan, pero maliit lang yun out of all the impressions. So hindi namin sure minsan parang is it just a matter of boosting more, diba, to get more sales, or is it just, or diba, parang kasi yung online na conversion na direct, I think would be more of yung if you're selling mga online courses or yung mga ganun na parang direct na if you market now, nag-react, nakita mo nag-click ng link, nag-download agad or bumili na agad ng course mo or something. Pero kung with products, I think hindi ko sure if it's still medyo bago pa yung online shopping kasi sa atin. Medyo it's growing pero parang feeling ko hindi pa sobrang
hindi pa ba ganun ka
na pag may bago kang item. I mean, unless kunyari, di ba, sabi nga sa Lazada and Shopee, yung number 1 category nila are diapers eh. Kasi parang alam mo na, yung hindi naman sa parang, ano ba yung diaper? Parang, alam mo, bibili kang diaper lagi. So, number 1 category nila, diapers. Okay, that's interesting, di ba? Parang I think that says a lot about, alam ko na kasi yan eh, so familiar na. So, parang I think the online shopping mas nandun, or yung sobrang high nung need. Let's say, kunyari, I think yung mom market, especially if you have a newborn, na hindi ka masyado nakakalabas, then you really rely on online shopping. Pag may gusto ka, bibili mo na kasi parang alam mong limited yung time mo to go out and really explore and try because you're busy with your baby. So I think yun, parang iba rin yung behavior ng market. Pero yung categories na medyo kakaiba yung item mo, na parang hindi nila sure, how does that work? Parang it sounds good, pero how does that work? Parang they still want to see it in a store. Na paano ba? Ano bang pwede bang ma-demo? Pwede bang ma-anan? So, I think it's still parang something that we're trying to figure out din on our own. Kaya when we make content, parang we try to vary it din na eto ba, we just explain it and then hopefully we'll get conversions agad, or do we do it more just awareness na lang?
Ang hirap i-balance din nung okay, art. Maganda yung tsura, pero hindi mo naman i-explain yung products. Tsaka yung sobrang explicitly ina-explain mo yung service or yung
kasi parang ayaw rin ng tao ng sobrang hard sell. So parang pag di mo hard sell, parang
hindi mo maintindihan.
Hindi naman maintindihan din. So parang ang dami rin nilang tanong na parang ano ba dapat?
Tapos lalo na sa Instagram din, yung majority ng mga malalaking followers talaga, parang it's either sobrang specific nung inaano mo, nung content mo na have either financial literacy or mga quotes, inspirational quotes, ganyan. O kaya parang sobrang ganda lang talaga ng feed mo and Parang parang it's either that or yung iba naman sobrang sale, ang daming So parang sobrang talaga. Kaya ang hirap din i-grow nung hindi mo alam kung paano mo siya i-grow parang na organic.
Correct.
Alam ngayon, ang dami pang parang feeling ko kinokontrol talaga ng
yung algorithm.
yung parang dati mas medyo organic pa talaga na naturally organic yung Tapos ang creepy pa ng mga pag nag-search ka as in lalabas agad, automatic.
Nag-uusap lang tayo, parang mamaya lalabas na, di ba?
Sa feed, sabi nila hindi daw.
Pero meron talaga, di ba? Parang lately, even si Apple just apologized about may team sila that actively listens to Siri. Yung mga, pero sabi na, it's more for research.
For secretly for accidentally recording your conversation.
Yung mga para instructions that you give to Siri. I mean, I understand the thinking nila, di ba? Na they want to improve yung parang interaction with Siri. Pero yun nga, syempre, naririnig mo yung... But it's tough. I guess it's a balance din naman. Syempre, we all want the benefits of the technology. So
yung itong ginagawa mo now ba, mostly designers or entrepreneurs?
Mix siya. So, parang I wanted to talk to like people like parang entrepreneurs pero with a creative may angle na creatives. So parang medyo bagay to at least yung passion ko dun na I don't see myself naman as just somebody na may business na just selling stuff. Parang hindi ko alam kung parang creative entrepreneur yung tawag mo doon or something, diba? Parang kasi I think branding technically is parang creative entrepreneurship di ba? Na you're not just basta may product ako, laglagay ako ng name na brand ko yan. Tapos bahala na. Parang like tayo, di ba? When we create something, we want something na may story, maganda yung design, from end to end, alam mong pulido yung concept ng brand, di ba? And then you build it, parang gano'n. So yun yung
Di ba matagal din kasi I think nauso yung branding dahil sa mga P&G, Unilever. Parang sila talaga yung mga nag-start niyan na they have manufacturers talaga sila and then they have to create certain brands for certain groups of people. Ganyan. Tas meron din silang timeline na within a year, 2 years saka natin to ma-roll out and magkakaroon ng retention sa minds ng mga tao. Sa inyo, gaano katagal yung mga certain brands bago nyo ma-establish na, okay, medyo may following na to
I think, in our experience, it's more of the advantages that we have now because of social media na if you do it right, if you create a brand na, kasi like when we create a brand, we always think of it, di ba, na we're creating it for an audience of one, diba? Na kunyari, kung beach lover ka, this would resonate with you yung idea of saving the beach. Kasi syempre, you want to enjoy the beach. Tapos yung idea ng you're not, taking away the beach with you. Parang, so we felt na if we do it right, and then we just, parang it's almost like if you put it out there, even without actively selling it, kung makita yan ng beach lover, maintindihan nila yan, it will resonate with them. So, it's just now a matter of, with the advantage ng social media, kaya rin feeling namin, nung nilaunch namin siya sa bazaar dito pa lang, anong time na yun? Parang hindi pa sobrang uso social media, di ba? Parang nagsa-start pa lang. So, nung nilabas namin dito, tapos nakita namin agad na, parang yung mga, even mga foreigners, when they see it, they get it agad.
So, gano'n ka, di ba usually when you design, meron kang persona, ganyan.
Yan.
So, nasusunod niyo ba yun? Like, for Lago, ito yung persona ng nasusunod niyo ba yun? And then, nag-ano ba siya? Paano niyo siya nasusustain? Kasi, usually, you assign something, pero it will depend on who will write it, who will design it, who will roll it out, di ba?
I guess sa amin, like, ideally, I'd like to say na we're following it talaga, yung brand Bible namin. Pero, to be honest, with how we're running things our team is limited, tapos ang dami namin ginagawa. Hindi rin laging, kumbaga hindi namin lagi siya nababalikan na, are we? So, pinaka North Star lang namin is, basta we're doing this for the beach lover who believes in responsible tourism. So, parang yung pinaka parang, kumbaga, siguro main message ng Lago that we're following is, yung idea of leaving this place better, diba? When you parang than when you start, when you started or when you came to it. So we apply that to how we create the brands or even yung messaging namin, kasi that's ultimately what Lago answers, diba? So if you're somebody who believes in ganun na yung parang malalim na we're just here on the earth for a while, so you want to leave it better for the next generation. Parang if you believe in that message, then Lago will surely resonate with you.
Hindi kailangan maging sobrang distinct ng voice niya, Hindi kailangan. Kasi di ba, syempre, branding, di ba? Para may sarili siyang personality, may sariling voice, may
I think
sariling...
with Lago, as long as it follows that parang general na message, we're okay. Kasi, like, we don't, like, parang si Lago doesn't, siguro parang may ganung ano lang, na hindi kami nagpapatawa. We don't,
magandang ano rin yan magandang ma-discuss. Kasi ilang parts of it yung branding, pero ilang parts of it is operational, distribution, and ano, di ba? Kasi, parang, for example, beach towels, sobrang daming beach towels di ba?
Correct.
So, bakit siya, bakit siya
why would you buy this?
Bakit siya may space, yung si Lagu, di ba? So, is it the branding? And then, ano yung effect ng branding? Anong part of it yung na-brand ninyo in terms of, is it the message na first beach towel? Ano yung claim niyo?
We call it parang the world's first sun repellent beach blanket or beach friendly beach blanket. Yan. Siguro it's I think even if you look at a brand like parang tao, di ba? Parang syempre you start off with yung ideal mo na voice ng brand or the personality of the brand, but you also have to allow for growth ng brand na pwede magbago yung voice niya diba? Pwede magbago yung personality rin niya as it grows, diba? So parang that's also how we look at it, na parang Lago is not super parang idealistic na kumbaga we're not naman parang like activist na bawal ganito, bawal ganito. It's more of like a gentle reminder. Kasi the way we look at Lago din is, since it's sun repellent, pag ginamit mo siya panghiga sa beach, without expressly telling you na, dapat magpagpag ka, dapat make sure mo yung mga sapatos mo, bag mo, walang buhangin or gano'n. Without expressly telling you any of that, if you use a Lago lang, pag tayo mo, syempre papagpagin mo yung Lago. Because of that, automatically, subconsciously, magpapagpag ka din ng pants mo. Kasi nagpagpag ka na Parang since nag-start ka na, parang magpapagpag ka na. So parang we look at it na parang even the voice and personality of Lago, parang gano'n. Medyo parang gentle reminder lagi. Na hindi kami yung in your face na, bawal ka mag-ganyan huwag kang ganito, don't do this, don't do that. It's more of, parang,
parang yung ano kasi siguro doon, yung paano natin may explain sa certain clients na, ito yung extent ng branding, pero there's a huge part of it na operational nga and distribution and
they have
sales.
To align it with the concept.
So paano ano yung magiging role natin? Paano natin ma-explain na hanggang dito lang yung extent nung ginagawa namin, and maybe 20% of it, 80% is your
they have to
job,
follow
diba?
through.
Kasi diba parang when you brand something, yung kulay brown na yon, if you consistently use it, then when people see a certain shade of brown, then na-associate ka niya sa brand mo, diba? Yung message mo, if you say na, okay, we're environmentally friendly, na beach towel, consistently say it, then ma-associate ka siya sa brand mo, diba? So, I guess yun yung mga parang kailangan ma-explain sa mga clients, kasi parang may idea rin na parang designers lahat yung gagawa ng lahat ng mga yan, na parang when you do this, parang ito yung magiging effect niya. So even right now nga na kahit na you're designing logos lang, 'di ba, parang sabi, parang we just design we don't just design logos, we design brands, ganyan. Parang minsan depende lang how you see it and or how you kasi parang for me, kung like Paul Rand, di ba, nagde-design lang siya ng logos, di ba? So parang mas nagkaroon ako ng value ngayon dun sa kahit nagde-design ako ng logos, kasi paano mo ma-associate yung experience mo with a certain brand if hindi ko din-design yung logo na yan, di ba? So kahit na logo designer lang ako, may sense of ownership. Pero yun nga, since ang lawak ng branding, di ba? So even yung amoy mo sa office, yung how they talk, ano yung message nila, 'di ba? So lahat 'yan parang touch points 'di ba? So ang hirap i-apply, and ang hirap, may misconception na dapat din maging perfect. 'Di ba? Na parang sobrang well branded, kailangan everything, kailangan sobrang on point. Ganoon. So kaya nga ang galing niyo na parang okay, paano niyo na ma-maintain and na-sustain sobrang daming different categories pa and different, lalo na restaurant, di ba? Ang hirap din, ng brutal din ng restaurant.
Big undertaking.
Service. Di ba?
kasi a lot of the parang it's so detail-oriented na even if you parang have all the standards and the manuals, parang inevitably something will go wrong. Di ba? Kasi just because daming customers and syempre yung customer naman it's not just one type of customer. You're gonna get iba-ibang customer, iba-ibang taste, ibang preference, di ba?
So would you ano sa tingin mo yung direction ng mga consultancies and studios? Kasi right now may studios, may ad agencies, may events, yung mga publishing nagiging studios na rin. Tapos mga certain brands they build their own design teams. Parang ano sa tingin mo yung space ngayon ng mga designs, lalo na smaller design studios, and then yung mga upcoming pa ng mga freelancers na sobrang dami rin, ano yung sa tingin mo, kasi kayo parang nag-pivot na agad kayo. Okay, we'll go brands.
Siguro
ano nakikita mo apart from yun?
The way I look at it siguro is more of it's like finding the right match then between the client and the studio. Kasi like if we get approached by somebody who says parang, can you make our logo? Parang, we know na the way we work kasi, it will not be a good match. I mean, even if we can do the design work, pero parang, just because we prefer to get deep talaga, parang,
buong process.
Parang pakilamero kayo. Parang gusto mo pakilaman lahat eh. So parang, we tell them na parang, this might not work eh. Kasi, if you're looking for just a nice looking logo, pero ayaw mong ma-involve kami dun sa process
product dev, ganyan.
Kung ganito yung gusto mo, dapat ganito or ganito. Parang, baka hindi kami yung dapat mong maka-work. So, but, which I think naman, most of the design studios that we know of, diba, like kayo, like, I know you want to get deep into that process eh. So, I think it's a matter of really getting complete buy-in from the client na we're in this together.
Na we really want go na ako dyan.
Sa ganang buy-in. It's hard eh. Kasi diba?
Kasi nagigets ko, ang hirap nagigets ko kung bakit na hindi mo pwedeng i-all in eh. Kasi kung mag-all in, edi in-house ka na talaga na marketing or product dev team, di ba? So, ano ko na lang na kung ano yung project, you do it well. So if it's a website, you do it well. If it's a brochure, you do it well. And then mag-suggest ka na lang how can they parang roll it out parang nicely or parang efficiently. Pero ang hirap maging part nga talaga ng buong process.
An organization, di ba?
Oo.
Actually, speaking of that, if I were to advise a client who want to build like a really strong brand for the long term, and they don't have like big, like mga big resources, and they have a full team and all that, I would actually advise to look at getting in-house designers or designers like you guys na parang on a retainer, almost like a brand council na at any given time pag may major decisions about the brand,
okay,
there's a designer point of view rin, diba, na involved sa na magiging intimately involved with the brand. Year on year, we can plot out na from may rin, like syempre in their own, alam nila yung business goals nila, distribution goals nila, product development, R&D and all that, your mga finance nila aspects, they already have those lenses within their own company. Pero lagi nilang kasi is they always look at design as, if I need something, I'll call a designer. But without realizing that if you want to build a brand, kailangan from every step of the way, may branding din na lens na tinitingnan eh, di ba? Which some of our clients before, yun yung sabi nilang na-appreciate nila sa retainer model namin. Kaya most of them will start 6 months and then dumating na sa point na year on year na yung renewal kasi parang nasanay na silang ganito yung plano namin or dumating sa point pa nga na for next year, how do we keep growing the brand? What's the next step? Ano yung ganito? Like, okay, yung plan mo this year, great, approve. Kaka-approve pa lang yung plan this year.
Gano'ng kalaki yung team niyo right now?
Now, small lang, parang not big enough.
Seriously?
We're about 12, 13 in the office.
Office, pero yung mga
Yun na yun, basically. I mean, not counting, syempre, early bird na, like,
Staff.
or operations team sa branches. Pero pretty much antidote.
Dalawa na ba yung Dalawa na yung
3 branches.
yung early bird?
Yeah.
Wow, galing.
So, yun, I think.
Kasi, like, yung, for example, A-game, yung some inventory, warehousing, tao nyo rin
In-house,
yun.
yeah.
In-house din yun.
Yeah.
So, part na yun ng 12?
So, we have 3
Seryoso?
operations.
Galing
Tapos,
Wow.
4 sa creatives. Then we have accounting, HR.
Kaya pala, no? Nang ganun ka-lean, no? Ini-expect ko parang marami kayong tao sa warehouse, marami kayong tao sa...
I think the right term would be kinakaya. Pero it can still be better. I think it can.
Mayroon dito I don't know kung kilala mo sila, sina Beach Hut.
Yeah.
Dito, di ba? So, yung dami nila parang 100 people yata.
Pero I think when they started, ganun din, like, very lean din. Early years kasi, tagal na nila di ba? 2000.
Pero yun nga, in-expect ko parang ganun kayo na, kasi syempre may accounting yan, may operations, may distribution.
I think, we're trying to get to that level na isang brand, marami nag-handle. Diba? Kasi right now, yun yung nagiging challenge nga for us. Since
tina-structure nyo na ba siya now na parang ito yung key people for each brand?
Yeah, dapat ganun. We're working towards that na the goal is dapat before the year ends medyo na set up na yung ganun. At least for the key brands like yung Lago A-game na mas may growth na. We want to support that talaga by having a team talaga.
Sa 12 nyo, ilan yung parang mid-level senior management?
Parang we don't look at it like that eh. Actually parang everyone's just parang we don't really have like
walang mga levels,
hierarchy. Parang everyone's just working together, collaboration.
I mean,
may I think the seniority would be more of parang with experience in a certain job.
I meant mas ganon na kasi syempre iba rin yung parang walang experience sa work na you have to parang monitor and supervise all the time. So ilan yung parang ganon na nagli-lead and nag-manage?
I think more or less half yung parang with like at least 5 years or more experience, then the rest parang 5 years less.
So meron kayong distribution operations ba tawag sa kanila?
Parang operations, business, parang we look at it as operations and business development. Parang every brand ideally the setup should be may operations person ka, who handles all the sourcing, the manufacturing, inventory.
Yun yung role ng operations.
And then you have business development na sales, partnerships.
Okay.
And then you support it ideally with another person na mas marketing.
Okay.
PR, yung gano'n na really
so kaya pala ng 3 tao, no?
Parang yun yung pinaka-lean na setup that ideal meron. Tapos yung creatives team, syempre, works with everyone. Parang yung creatives team almost like parang like an in-house design agency na this brand will say, ito yung kailangan namin, ito yung ganito. Then they'll create the content, the design, ideally. Pero we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Papunta pa lang. At least, parang yun yung setup na nasa isip ko.
Thank you guys for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate and review the show on iTunes. It will help more people discover the show. You can also share a screen cap of the show on your social media accounts. Make sure to tag me and let me know which part of the episode you like or didn't like. All feedback is certainly welcome, so feel free to reach out to me on Instagram @KendrickCo to let me know what topics you'd like to be covered next and who you want to hear or learn from in future episodes. Until next time, do the work you want to see done, because life's too short to not be creating your life's work.